What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is your boy Juro. It is the 2nd of March, 2014. How's your weekend? I hope it was fun. It was safe. I know some of you are dealing with the continual emergence of the snow. Well, I tried to give you guys a heads up 6 months ago, but it is for a reason. It is to slow your steps because you're being protected. It's causing you to go within yourself and reassess how you get business done. So how you doing? You doing alright? You had a great weekend? You get to finally get to relax? Because you know you deserve that. Did you finally make time for yourself? I hope you did. Because there's only one you, and you are priceless. So we're getting ready to start a new week. And I know that, first of all, let me not be rude. I want to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to be in your life, just for a moment. And I hope that what has been conveyed, which comes from spirit, has helped change your perspective in a positive light. Why? Because you deserve to walk in harmony, and you're coming into a new season. And this is the reason why I'm putting this video out, because I know that some of you may be in a season where your environment is shifting, some drastically, some subtle, but it has caught your attention. The reason for this is, once again, you are being protected by your higher power. I know him as my Lord Jesus Christ. However, he is one of many names. He's omnipresent, and he loves you. I mean, when I think about all he has done for my life, when I made the decision to submit my life to my Lord Jesus Christ, I don't have the words. I really don't. And I say to each and every one of you, if you kind of teetering, you don't know, let me just put this out there. That is nothing but an illusion, and it is fear, because see, the devil's work is never done. It's never done, and he wants to keep causing confusion in your life. He wants to keep things as they are. He wants you not to evolve and grow through your higher power's direction. And I'm here to tell you, when you make the decision, your life as you know it right now, everything that you know will be changed for the better. It will literally feel like when I'd run out of words to convey the joy that you're going to feel. To some degrees, you might, I can only speak for myself. I remember when I truly embraced my walk, and I found myself crying tears of joy, because it was the first time in my life that I was truly free. I mean, some of you are walking around under the precepts of what society has convinced you of what happiness is. I'm here to tell you that is also an illusion. See, when you make the declaration to love yourself, not only do you find the freedom that comes with it, but you also gain wisdom and insight from your existence. You will become a template of everything that you come in contact. Yes. You do understand, by you being placed here on this earth, you were given an assignment by Him. That is why we hear the parable of each one teach one. That is why life has its challenges. It's not going to be easy a lot of times. Why? Because it's like shucking of the corn from its sheath. You got to get to the good part by taking off the hard stuff. But that hard stuff is really what is protecting what is found within ourselves. That is our spirit. That is why you go through rites of passage. That is why things, challenges and obstacles are in your life. Why? Because it should spark growth emotionally, mentally, and physically. That is why it is in the Bible that all things are through Him. So guess what? Your happiness is with Him. That's why you can't find it through the world, even though we live in it. So, some of you are walking around scratching your head and you're like, wait a minute, some of my best connections of friendship are being challenged right now. They're not understanding you. Or like we always like to say, it was all good yesterday, but they don't understand you, and you see a side of them that you've never seen before, because that is the definition of being like-minded. So what is being revealed now is your higher power is saying, no, it's time for you to grow. And the more and more that you trust Him, don't get caught up on what's to the left or what's to the right. Follow Him. He's going to show you things that you never thought that you were able to do. He will reveal the true talents that are found within yourself. That's where that term being a natural comes from. Because it's a natural gift. Because it's a blessing. And your life is a blessing. That is why it's priceless. So don't get caught up in what is going on right now. You know how they say, I'm still learning myself, so bear with me, but I'm here. But it says, what? Sorrows for a moment, but joy cometh in the morning. That's how it is. And that's why I always convey to you the people that love you. That's where you're going to find like-mindedness. Because, see, they get you because it's felt from the heart. And all they want is for you to be happy. They want you to come into your season. Because guess what? What is validated is what's found within their heart. That's why it doesn't come easy. Should it? Anything of value, there is a testimony. It is a worth. And it is you. So how you doing? You doing okay? You doing alright? I hope so. I mean, I know some may be going through some things in their individual lives, and things may look a little gray, but I'm here to tell you, the best way to get through that is to give it to your higher power. Ask for clarity. Ask for peace. Ask for harmony. And I'm here to tell you, all things that are broken will be healed. All things lost shall be found. And all words that are found in your heart will have a voice. It will come in its attended time, because it comes from Him. And God is love. Don't you deserve to be loved? Don't you deserve to have that joy? I know some of you right now, especially you, my kings, I I used to be in that same position in my life where, I had a position of a skeptic. I'm like, yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying, all this Holy Ghost and stuff. Yeah, right. I'm going to church and I see people jumping around and stuff, and I'm like, when is it going to happen to me? Well, nothing happened except that I give and put stuff in the offering plate, and I go on home. The reason why what you're seeing and you can't connect is because there is fear there. But I'm here to tell you this. When the divine time and moment comes, you won't know it, but you will feel it. And what's going to happen is you're going to think you're crazy. You are. Because you're going to start thinking things that are going to come to you like that. They're like, wow, why didn't I not see this before? Because, see, God is giving you the clarity on the things that may have had you enslaved emotionally. He is also giving you courage that you never had. Some of you may have been in a position where you feel emotionally numb, or depending on where you are emotionally because of trauma, you may feel frozen. And life's challenges has convinced you that you don't deserve to be loved. You don't need to be appreciated. That you are just here doing time, and that's all it is. I'm here to tell you, no. This year, 2014, is your breakthrough year. But you've got to come within yourself and claim it. You want blessings to manifest in your life? Speak it into existence. That is what truly the law of attraction is. See, you know how they say, all things possible through Christ, right? It's true. It truly is. But you've got to believe it in your heart. And guess what? When you come from a sincere place, things will be revealed to you. I'm a firm believer of this. Your higher power will move you and position you to be where you need to be, to receive the information you need to hear at that given moment in time. It may come from a stranger. It may come from the TV. It may come from the radio. It may be found in a song. Just know it comes from a pure place. However, the devil's work is never done. And the devil doesn't like love. God is love. He's unconditional love. He made the promise to you when you took your first breath. So whatever that convinced you that you are not supposed to have the life intended, I'm here to tell you, you will have that when you sow the right seeds. No, you cannot think, well, I'm going to go to bed tonight, and then next thing I know, I'm going to be a millionaire. Now, I will say this. If it's divinely meant, it'll come to pass. I'll say that. However, God always grants and illustrates what's found in our hearts. Those are the things that are our life lessons. And then the things that are associated may be manifested through other people's actions. And what happens is, depending on where you are, you may see this play out again in cycles. Or, God forbid, it may manifest through those who you hold dear. But we don't want that, because we know the devil's a liar. So you have to believe that you deserve to put that smile back on your face. You have to believe that you can overcome every obstacle or challenge placed in your way. You can. I know I'm talking to somebody, because you're watching me right now. I'm telling you, I was like the show me state. I needed proof. But guess what? God had to sit me down. God had to humble me. And that's what God does sometimes. He does not do it. He doesn't chastise us out of punishment. What he does is he removes the things that do not spark growth. Some of you may be thinking about this right now. You may be in situations where you feel that, you may have the best intentions, but every time you go and position yourself in that situation, you always get the outcome you don't desire. The reason for that is that's not part of your destiny. That's not part of your legacy. Or worse, that may be someone or something placed in your life to set you back. But if you do have setbacks, just know this. If you give it to God, those same setbacks will motivate to become your setups. Because you deserve to be happy. I know I'm talking to somebody. I know I am. So, you gonna give up that ghost? Are you gonna change that perspective? Some of y'all see this all the time. People just walk around negative, or just have a pessimistic outlook on life. And it's like 7 in the morning, like, why are you mad? Why? Because those people have settled emotionally. They've given up on themselves. And misery loves company. That's why you have free will. You have to make a conscious decision to be happy. So are you going to be happy, or are you going to be like everybody else? Because guess what? When you decide to be the exception to the rule, so will your reality. You have the courage to do that. That's why there's only one you. So what you waiting on? You need a sign or something? Is that what you're waiting on? Well, I guarantee you're going to get your sign before the end of the week. But guess what? When it manifests, just know where it came from. It came from Him. Because He loves you. So, for those that may be going through challenges in the workplace, pray on it. Ask for protection. Ask if you're in a position where you feel that it's just traumatic and you don't know how to deal, ask your higher power for mercy to just protect you from all the negative intentions and energy that is found within where you work. What you might not realize is where you are, there may be someone that maybe once worked there, or maybe they're still, and their energy is what you're feeling. That's why there's an unrest. It feels like a toxicity. You ain't crazy. You feeling it. I think that's somebody's sign right there. I'm here to tell you that will come to pass and be dealt with. But guess what? It will be dealt with in love. It won't be done in being vindictive. Because anytime you take a position of negativity, of spite, a judgment, or unfortunately taking a position of pure evil, you know what happens? For every step you take forward, you just took 10 steps back. And you got to redo that. That's why some of you see the same thing play out like Groundhog Day. I know I'm talking to somebody. Ask for forgiveness. Ask for protection. And guess what? Your blessing is on the other side of that prayer. For those that may be challenged with their communication, you may have the most sincere intent, but when you convey from the heart, it always is taken out of context. This is what you do. Take a second. Discern. Then speak your truth. Because what you might not realize is there may be someone in the midst that has not gotten to where you are. So out of instinct, they are going to go against the grain. Even though they know it's for their best interest. Why? Because they have been indoctrinated through time that that's all they know. Kind of like a fight or flight type mentality. But I'm here to tell you, you're being protected. But you've got to speak your truth, because we all have free will. But you got to make a decision that you want to be happy. When you make that declaration, you decide to atone. You forgive those who have hurt you. You speak their names. I don't care who it is. But then forgive yourself. Just those acts of sincerity, God will step in. Your angels will step in. The spirit guides will step in, and you will be protected. And this is how you know. There might be somebody that you have conflict over every day. Guess what? They'll just stop talking to you. Or more or less, it will be directed to somewhere else. And you'll be like, whoa. But guess what? Don't knock over the apple cart. What is being revealed to you is for you to take notice of what is being revealed. Because you're God's child. Why wouldn't He protect you? But there is work required. You have to make a conscious decision which side you're rolling with. The life that you know now, or the life that you need. And that's how you know what's the difference between needs and want. Because just know this. Your name has an assignment of blessings intended to come to pass. But you got to trust Him. You have to trust your higher power. And I'm telling you, when you truly follow, you walk by faith and not by sight, your life as you know it will change. Why? Because you deserve it. You don't actually believe that you were here to suffer, do you? Huh? Do you really believe that? I'm here to tell you, that's not the way. This is the year that you find your smile, your song in your heart. I think that's somebody's validation right there. But I know this is also going to be a season for many that dreams, wishes, authenticity will finally come to pass, because there may be someone right now watching this that you have had a burden on your heart for so long, and it has robbed you of your smile. You've almost given up. But I'm here to tell you, it is time to let go of that sorrow, because the things that you prayed for are going to come to pass, and you will see a great change. Because you got to remember, it's about like-mindedness. So if you're trying to live right, you're trying to get your heart right. See, the more you open your heart, makes more room for the love and mercy to be put in there. And that's going to change your life anyway, because it's from God. So, are you ready for that change? Are you? Don't worry about the things that are challenging right now, because it's just a season. If you've learned the lessons that were intended to come, that came from that season, guess what? That too will be healed. I'm telling you, y'all, we spiritual beings first, physical beings second. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I believe that. I really do. And you deserve all the joy. And for every tear that has fallen from your eye that was unjustly done will be validated with a blessing. Because see, God knows our heart. So don't think it was in vain, okay? If anything, as I always say, leave your spiritual door open, but put your boundaries up. And by doing so, those who do not see your value and worth will leave. And even if they leave, if it's divinely meant, you'll see them again. Maybe, just maybe, it will be when they embrace their walk and when the lessons are learned. If it's divinely meant, you will walk together in harmony at the appropriate time. So don't have fear on that, okay? Don't. But on the downside, if they don't, guess what? All it does is make room for the people that truly intend to give you the harmony that you rightfully deserve. Okay? Okay? Some of you are like, I don't know, I can't do that, Gerald, because if I do that, life as I know it, oh man, I might be. And see, what you're doing is you're allowing your materialism to change your perspective. But I'm telling you, life as you know it right now, this is basically bare bones of what you're going to have. Because your higher power is going to make sure that each thing that you need will be bigger, better, but will last the test of time. It will. You'll see. You will see. So you're getting ready for that change? You're going to have the courage to let those problems, to take them out? Now, yes, we're going to have to work on some things, but guess what? Each challenge and obstacle that is placed before you is going to give you the insight and wisdom to be navigated through God's direction. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about them illusions. Don't worry about them fake friends. Some of y'all are dealing with that. You like, man, if I knew that this person was like this, and you kind of shook on that. Because some of you had revelations that came to pass that if you only knew. And what's happening is you're looking at it from a linear sense of time invested. I'm here to tell you, you can't do that. Just take the lesson from the connection. But if it's not blessed, it can't grow. And if it can't grow, you got to ask yourself, why are you holding on to it? What's the gain from it? You're going to be fine. But I will throw this out there to each and every one of you. Because I want to tell you, I remember when I started my walk, and it felt very scary at first because I had things being revealed to me that I honestly didn't understand why. You know, and it was scary because things were like bam, right in the, and I was like, man. But it was to position me to be on the right path. And I'm gonna tell you, I'll throw this disclaimer out. Wait a minute. That old devil, he knows that you're going to try to stand up. So what he's going to do is he's going to turn the notch a little bit and try to bring confusion in your life. Just be prepared for that. But just know, that ain't nothing. Because he don't want you to step into who you're destined to be. Remember, as I conveyed before, the person that you were is not the person you are now. but the decisions that you make today is going to impact the person you're going to become. So, what you got to do is don't claim no labels. Claim only the one label that was given. That's your name. Don't worry about the foolishness that's being, because that's nothing but people projecting illusions. And probably 9 times out of 10, the source where it's coming from, they going through something, but they don't have the courage to change. Do your best, but do not compromise yourself in the process. Do not. Okay? I think that needed to go out to somebody, because if it does not spawn growth, it cannot last the test of time. Therefore, it is not intended. And that's why I say to you, there are going to be certain people that will come into your life through attraction, spiritual attraction, only to serve as a motivation through change and challenge. However, when you decide to make a commitment to yourself, to truly love yourself unconditionally, guess what? You have reinforced those boundaries. You keep stepping, because what's going to happen is it should spark change and growth, because that's like-minded connection between the two, or they will see that your worth is more stronger than any bondage that they could even produce, maybe emotionally, mentally, or physically. They know. Why? Because they feel the change before they see it. That's why it's very important that you discern, okay? So do not worry about what's going on right now. You're going to be the champion of that. And just keep this in mind. All the seeds you plant today are going to be your harvest tomorrow. All the hard work and authenticating yourself. And what I mean by that is being you. If you are in a position where you are more or less emulating your environment, then you can't find happiness from that. You will always come up short of holding the stick. I think somebody needed to hear that. I'm telling you, define your worth. There's only one you. Let the beauty that is found within your heart come out. It's time to let that ghost go. Okay? You're going to be fine. But I will say this once more. If you are going through something, if you need some advice, confide in someone you can trust that has your best interest, but does not have an agenda. If you do confide, if you cannot do that and you just want an unbiased advice, feel free. Drop me a line, because if anything, I'm going to make sure that you are on the right path, because you deserve it. Like I always say, God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth, and for that, it helps me discern mine. So you guys have a blessed week. Always put God first in everything you do, and make room for all the blessings intended with your name. Okay, guys, you have a beautiful and protected week. We're going to have to deal with this snow some more. I tried to tell y'all. But guess what? It's intended to change the way we think and how we navigate our lives. And shouldn't it spark nothing but what's intended? And that's for you to be happy, protected, and blessed. Okay, guys. Oh, by the way, I'm going to throw this disclaimer out, and I'm getting ready to go. I don't know, but I may, through God's mercy, He will give me He'll give me the blessing of seeing another birthday, which will be Friday. So I'm excited, because the greatest gift you'll ever have or come to respect and have in your possession is understanding time. Time, y'all. So make time for you. Okay, and when you do that, watch your life as you know it change. Stay blessed, y'all. Bye.